Hey guys, Kurt from Jantz Custom Blades. How's it going? I just had a post on my channel. Someone wanted to know how I etch my blades, so I'll show you real quick. It's pretty simple. There are a lot of videos out there that you can check out. Before that, I used to use stamps for many years. Stamps you can get at any hardware store. So the machine I'm going to be using today is the Personalizer Plus. You can pick this up at like Jantz or any other knife making supply places. So this new blade here is for a guy that has ordered a lot of knives from me in the past. Well, a decent amount. This is a Tanto. Basically, it's got micarta handles, green G10 liner. Just a really great looking blade. He's a military or law enforcement, so he basically wants something that will be a backup to his gun if that ever happens. So just a lot of cool angles on this blade. The Tanto turned out great. Put the etch on this side. This little swedge here is for balancing on the knife. Also, it looks awesome. So first thing you want to do is you want to clean up the blade. You can use rubbing alcohol, or you can use Dawn dish soap, or both. I use both. You want to clean the whole blade so you don't have any transference of any oils onto the blade at all. You're going to need your etching machine. You're going to need some electrical tape, electrolyte solution. This is for mild steels and high alloy and tool steels. Some AMC cleaner. If you don't have any cleaner, you can use just regular Windex. A small bowl with a paper towel in there, and your stencils. So if you want to know where I got these stencils, hit me up on a message. I'll gladly point you in the right direction. Also something to cut the tape with. So what I'm going to do is clean this knife up. I've cleaned it up once, but I'm going to do it one more time, and then I'll show you how I put the stencil on. Now that the blade's all cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and apply the stencil. This stencil here, basically it has a paper backing. It has a plastic front. The plastic front is a low stick, and the stencil in the inside is a high stick. So it's basically 3 different layers. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the outside plastic is stuck really well to the stencil, so when I pull the two apart, the stencil stays with the plastic outer, not the paper backing. Okay. Just like that. Nice, you can discard. Now here's the tricky part. To get it perfectly center where you want it. Yeah, that looks real good. Okay, so the next step, I'm going to adhere the stencil to the knife. Make sure you got any of those little bubbles out of there. And then I will go ahead and peel away the low stick plastic. Perfect. So you can throw away too. And the next step will be just taping around the outside with electrical tape. And the reason why I do that is I don't want any of the electrolyte solution spilling, because it's a current just like welding. So you're going to ground the knife here, and you're going to apply electricity. Any liquid that electricity can go through will darken the blade. Now this blade is just a regular rough satin finish, and the reason why is this blade's going to have a blackout on it. Basically it's going to be all black, and it's a couple chemical baths. So I'm not going to actually darken I'm just going to remove the steel to get my etching in there, because it'll be like a ghost pattern. You'll be able to see it if you look you know, closely at it. So I'll go ahead and tape it up. We'll go on to the next step. It's all taped up. What I'm going to go ahead and do is, here's my small bowl with some paper towel in there, and I'm going to put my electrolyte solution in there. The reason why I just don't pour it into a bowl is because this piece here needs to be damp, not wet. So that's a really good way to get runs if it's too wet or whatever. So that's nice and damp. I'm going to go ahead and plug this part in. Now you're going to ground the blade. Make sure you got a good solid ground on it. And right now the etcher is on mark. Now mark will just make dark sections. It won't take away any of the steel. When you actually put your mark on a blade, you want to remove the steel first and then put the mark on it if you're not going to do anything with the blade, like I'm going to black out the blade. So I'm just going to etch. Now etch is just, remember, removing the steel. And the number, there's a number on here, 1, 2, 5. I found 3 works really well, so I'm just going to use 3. Okay, good. Go ahead, turn it on to 3. Oh. Turn it off. Lost the ground here. There. Okay, turn it back on. You don't want to play with electricity, kids. So you'll be able to hear it work. So what you'll do is you'll apply even pressure just directly down on it. And you want to wait maybe, I don't know, it all depends. Some people say 5 seconds, some people say 20 some seconds, some people say 30. It doesn't matter really. Just find out what works for you. Depends how much solution you have on there too. Release some of those gases, because what it's doing is it's burning the steel. You can do this about 20 times, 15 times. Depends how durable your stencil is. Also, the more you do this, the deeper your etch will go. We'll heat up the steel, so don't try to touch it right away. That should be about good. Then what I'm going to do is go ahead and take it to the sink. And clean the solution off of it. Turn everything off. Disconnect your ground. See how nasty that gets? So if you notice that it's pretty warm to touch. It's black already. Now that's not going to stay if you start rubbing on that. That will come off. That's why you need to put the mark on it too. So this is all I'm going to do on this blade for now. What I'll go do is just clean it off, pull the tape off, and show you what it looks like. There you have it. Simple yet effective way to leave your mark. Thanks for watching.